Okay, so this is Mr. Shio, Shizedek Farms, Nigeria. Today, I want to be talking to us on 7 things I wish I knew before I entered into piggery business. You see, in this piggery business, it sounds all rosy. It sounds very easy. It sounds like just buy pig. I remember the first time that a friend of mine talked to me about venturing into the piggery business. I think that was 2019, 2020, or maybe 2018, 2019. And then he didn't tell me about it. He just told me I should invest in his own. And he said, if you buy 1 pig now, or you buy 2 pigs, give this so much, it will give birth, and then you make your money, and then you he made it sound so easy, although I didn't go into that opportunity. But then just some years later, I developed interest into piggery, and I went, to learn about this and finally start my own farm. And guys, there are 7 things I wish I knew, before I entered into the pig business. And I'm telling everyone, both the people that are already practicing and the people that are intending to move into the business, these 7 things, knowing it now will give you a big edge into the business. So number one thing I wish I knew was that piggery was never for the weak. Never, ever, ever for the weak. Never, ever, ever for the weak. Now listen, you see people sell their animals. You see us, in a farm. Some of you look at my page and you're like, wow, the animals are looking so nice, you're making money and all of that. It's not for the weak. It's not for the weak, I tell you. It requires a lot of dedication. It requires a lot of commitment. It requires a lot of calculation. It requires a lot, just a lot. A careless person by character can never succeed in piggery business. You see, we think that the highest, or the toughest form of businesses are buying and selling. You buy, you stock into your shop and all of that, and you sell. When you are dealing with something that is breathing, when you are dealing with something, an animal that can stop breathing in a second, like in a second, and the animal goes off, just like human beings. You need to be very careful. These animals are like newborn babies. You will need to be very careful. I remember one of the days my worker called me. I was not in the farm, and he said one of the pigs is coughing. And this was a new worker, and from one or two things we've taught him, say one of the pigs is coughing. And then my wife was like, coughing? Like, you guys really have to take care of these animals? I'm like, yes. And I was able to tell the worker what to administer tyrosine, and all of that. So it takes a lot of dedication, managing the animals, managing the pen, managing the workers. My God, managing the workers, it takes a whole lot of dedication. I must tell you, a whole lot of dedication to make sure, that these things happen and they come out very well. So just know that number one, you will have to have a lot of mental toughness, emotional toughness to be able to, be successful in this business. Number 2 is mentorship. This is one of the I knew and I subscribed anyway, but I'm still adding it to one of the things I wish I knew. Mentorship. See, don't just rise up and go into piggery business. Don't just rise up and say, oh, I love pigs, online, YouTube, and all of that. Get a mentor. I'm not saying you can't get the information you need online, but getting it from everywhere. You see, let me tell you one thing about this business. Most times you will find 5 persons saying 5 different things, and 5 of them are right. Mark what I just told you. 5 persons saying 5 different things, and 5 of them are right. For example, when what sickness do I want to use? For example, this skin sickness called mange. When it comes on an animal, if you ask 4 different mentors for 4 different school of thought, they might tell you 4 different things, and it works for them. So imagine where today you watch mentor A's video, and then tomorrow you are combining with mentor B's video, you are combining with this other person's video. You are going to make a lot of mistakes. I've seen people come to me and they're like, my pig was, infected, and I administered LA, I administered pen strep, I administered amoxil, I administered gentamicin, and you are like, how did you? And then they say they watched a video where this person said this, a video where, and you are, because you don't have mentorship, you are going to just subscribe to a lot of nonsense. a lot of nonsense, a lot of things that work that will be a nonsense in your own farm. So you need mentorship. You need someone that will be able to guide you. You need someone that will be able to talk you up. You know, when I was about starting, one of the things mentorship did for me was the first time I lost a pig. My God, if I didn't have mentorship, I would have cried. I felt like crying. It was a mentor that told me, this is normal and it's a small pig you lost, and then, you know, you did everything you should have done, you know, and this pig still died. So you need mentors to talk you up. You need mentors to tell you the breeds, the perfect breeds, you know, to start with, and not just to tell you, to guide you in buying them. I have seen a lot of newbies in this business. Anybody just tells them this TN. Sometimes I just see someone post, say this is TN, and I just laugh. TN like this, and I just someone post, this is large brother. You know, I don't just like spoiling anybody's business, but if, you know, I'm mentoring you and you show me this pig, I can tell you this pig is not it. And it's also a mentor that can tell you, okay, this pig is it, but it has not been fed well. So you will have to know the difference between bad genetics and distressed pig. Bad genetics and distressed pigs. You see, these are the things that mentors will help guide you. Number 3 thing I thought, you know, or I really helped me, or I would have known, I wish I knew before I entered, or I knew that anyway, but it's still part of the deal, is that you must start your business with very good premium genetics, pure breeds. I'm telling you the truth. See, mark what I'm telling you. It is better to have 5 animals that are of pure genetics, of pure line breed, that are of good genetics, than having 15 animals, you know, that are just local breeds that are nonsense genetics. I'm telling you the truth. Maybe in other videos, I'm going to tell you my experience with this local breed, these breeds that have not really been modified, and these genetics. You will laugh. I'm telling you, I've suffered in the hands of these things. So when we tell you go for the best breeds, when people come to our farms and they're like, I tell them how much I bought this animal, how much I bought it. I once told someone, I said, this particular animal, I bought it when I bought it as winner, then for 200,000. He said, God forbid, he will never do it. They have cheated you. And I just looked at the person. And I'm telling the person, our animals are gaining 80 kg in 5 months. And the person is saying, it's not possible. I said, bring your weighing scale. Mine is not lying. So these are the things. Make sure you start your farm with premium breeds. Premium breed. Never compromise. And buy from reputable farms. Never compromise. And then the next thing is never compromise on your feed. One of the things my mentor used to tell me when I was about starting and I was planning a lot of things, he said, pig business is garbage in, garbage out. He said with pig, it's more of garbage in, garbage out than it is with computer. So it is garbage in, garbage out. You cannot compare an animal that is eating cassava peel and pawpaw leaf, you know, to an animal that is eating the kind of feed that we provide for them in the farm. And then in subsequent videos, I'm going to be giving attention to feed, because you see, if you feed your animals rightly and well, you will have to give them less medications. If you come to our farm, we really don't use a lot of medications. And the reason is because the animals are eating well, they are eating healthy. We know how to do, you know, their feed properly. So never compromise on feed. Number 5 is do not compromise while building your pen. Hey, my God. It's only newbie that they teach this one, and they tell you true. Now newbie, they tell this one. Never compromise while building your pen. See, it is better to build a pen of 5 rooms of good quality than to build a pen of 10 rooms of bad quality. Now, the moment you build them, it may never show, but I give you 1 year, 2 years. And you know, the worst thing is to have pigs in your pen and you don't have an extra space and you have to renovate. You may have to sell those pigs. I'm telling you the truth. You may have to sell those pigs, because pigs are stubborn animals. Pigs are very strong animals. I have seen pigs break walls. So when you are building, do not compromise on your building. Now, I have a video, a whole series where I talked on building your pig pen all by yourself. So as per the masterminding of it. So go watch those videos, but never compromise on quality. Never compromise on the flooring, never compromise on the kind of blocks, never compromise on the cement, never compromise on the mixture of the sand and all of this. Never compromise on them. Never compromise on them. Never compromise on the kind of wood you use for the doors, for the people using iron. Never compromise on these things. Believe what I'm telling you. In the next few years, you will be glad you listened to me. So the next thing is wrong management can cripple your business. You see all these things I said? You can get all of them right. You can use 20 million and build a mighty pen. No compromise at all. Strong. Buy the best genetics. Get the best kind of feeding. Get medications up and down. And if you have poor management, brother, you will run down. I'm telling you the truth. You will run down. You will see your business go down steadily. Steady go down. Because animals are, just imagine giving birth to a fine baby and leaving the baby for a careless person to handle the baby. You will come back, you will look at that your chubby baby, very lean. In fact, the complexion would have changed. Every time they will on AC and leave the baby under the AC. So every day you are buying medication. This is exactly what happens when you have poor management. I'm telling you the truth. Now, let me give you one advice. While choosing staff, choose character. Choose character over skills. Character, choose it over skills. I'm telling you the truth. Once you know what you are doing yourself, you can always teach. But you see, if you get people that are, their character is wrong, they lie, they are careless, they are lackadaisical, they are lazy, they will run down your investment. I'm telling you the truth. And pig farm is such an investment that even if it's 40 million you put in and there is no management, the money will not come back. You see, so it is management, someone that knows how to time these things and all of that, that will be able to make sure that your investment is worth it. And the last one, but not the least, of the 7 things that I wish I knew, is no one can oversee your farm better than you. Nobody. Now, I don't mean nobody can be the manager of your farm. I don't mean nobody can, I mean nobody can oversee your farm. Let me tell you, especially in this part of the world, in Nigeria, staffs always think that, the person that established the business has a lot of money. When staffs come and they are finding out that an animal, maybe they were there when you bought some animals and they see the invoice, or you are telling them just for them to be careful, and you're telling them that you bought this in pig for 600,000, 700,000 because of the genetics. You bought feed, some of us that buy feed in tons, you buy feed in tons and they see it and they know that this feed man is worth some millions. When they look at it, what is ringing in their head? Why you are thinking, when you tell them the amount, they will become more careful. What is ringing in their head is, Oga has so much money. Oga has so much money. I'm telling you the truth. So they will, if they don't care. They can waste your feed. They can waste, so you have to be overseeing it. Now, it doesn't mean you have to be in the farm every day, but man, you have to be present. If you're not in the farm every day, find a way to talk to your workers almost every day. If you can afford it, put cameras in the farm. Let them report to you when they are done doing their morning and evening duties. That's how we do in our farm. I'm not in the farm every day, but guess what? I know what is happening in the farm every day, at every minute. So you have to be overseeing these things. You have to have your own farm record. You have to have your own, animal records. All of these things, you don't have to leave it for a worker. I'm telling you the honest truth. One day you just wake up and ask your worker, when did we deworm these animals last? Okay, I can't remember. Where is the book? You lost the book. You have used the book to do something else. So you have to keep your own record. So know these 6 things, and you will have a very big edge in this business. So this is Mr. Shio Zedek Farms, Nigeria. So catch you on the next one.